relegation battle. Not really enough for us to describe what happened the last weekend, but I guess we'll try. Tom has come straight to you. Unbelievable victory for you guys against United. Fantastic display, really. Like, what do you think of your performance on Sunday?
I thought we were very good. I mean, I missed the first 2 minutes, so when joining, because now I'm at uni, I have to go on a stream.
Yeah.
I was like, we're 1-0 down. I thought, oh, fucking hell, here we go again. And then 2 minutes later, we go and equalise. And then Man United fans would say the red card helped them. It did, but we controlled that whole game. We should have been like 3-1 up, or maybe 4-1 up, 3-4-1 up before they even got the red card. But I thought it was a brilliant performance, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Kane and Son just do what they do best again. And this is without Bale as well, so you couldn't, you couldn't imagine what's going to be like. But what's your take on the Lamela Martial incident? So Lamela is originally almost pushed away at him, and then Martial's almost retaliated, slapping him in the neck. I mean, what do you make of do you think it's the right decision to send him off and keep?
It's not a red card. I've played football for most of my life, and you get into when you're in close contact in the corner, you push each other. It happens. It's a man's sport, something like that. Lamela goes down too easy. People make a comment it's like a South American thing, which is it probably is true, but we do it as well. It's just becoming a football thing, to be honest. Yeah, I see why Man United fans get annoyed at Lamela, because I would if it was someone else, but then everyone does it. The fact is, the ref shouldn't be sending him off. If he's sending Martial off for that, he should be sending off Lamela. But in my opinion, he shouldn't be sending any of them off. Maybe a yellow card, maybe not even that. I'll just give him a talking to, just get on with the game. It's football. It's literally a touch, and Lamela's done a little shove. It's literally nothing. I was surprised he didn't get overturned, to be honest. But yeah, I don't think it was a red card at all.
Yeah, very surprised to see Martial go off and not Lamela. Both really did the same thing. Then, like you said, after the first almost 30 seconds, okay, it could be here we go again for Spurs or with the penalty. But we saw Aurier even get a goal and assist yesterday. But someone who stood out for me was Højbjerg. He was breaking up the play, playing forward nicely. The pass for Aurier's goal was unbelievable as well, I think.
Yeah.
Perfectly weighted. So, I mean, what do you make of his first few games in a Spurs shirt so far?
When it came to friendlies, I was really happy with him, done well. And then Everton, he won great, and he won a Europa League game. But then when it came to Newcastle, that was where he first, I saw something good. But then the Man United game was even better. That was a signing where a lot of people are like, oh, look, we're signing this, that, and you're signing Højbjerg. We want him for 3 million. And he's one of them players where you don't really need the flair. You just need him, like Henderson. You just need him to do a job in that midfield. Just get hold of the ball, sort of recycle the ball more or less. Get hold of the ball, pass it about, and win the battles. That was one of the main reasons we struggled last year. We never had someone to sit in our midfield and control it ever since we lost Moussa Dembele a couple of years ago, and Wanyama due to injuries. So I thought he was a brilliant performance, and that pass, that is a first-time pass, and that was a very good goal. The whole creation of that goal. And Aurier, I'm not the biggest Aurier fan. I wanted him to stay. I wasn't that fussed about him going because I know what he's like, but then I wanted 2 right backs. I want 2 in every position, and I'm happy he stayed. And you know what, competition, not playing every game, I think he'll do well, because when it came to, I feel like we can attack more, because if you watch us play, what will happen is Højbjerg will come in, and it will normally sit like a 3. So it'll be Højbjerg, Dyer and Sanchez, or Alderweireld, whoever plays. So then Reguilon and Aurier or Doherty or Davis can bomb forward. So having Højbjerg allows Ndombele to get more forward. It allows our forwards, our fullbacks to get more forward. So I'm liking the setup and the transfers. I feel like we've made brilliant transfers, hitting specific points that we really need to improve. We didn't just buy it for the sake. We pinpointed weaknesses and improved them.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
So you know what, this whole thing about Mourinho in his second season, he normally wins the league everywhere he's been, apart from Man United.
Yeah.
Obviously, with the players you signed, like Bale, Reguilon, and players like that, do you think you could challenge? Do you think you could?
What, the title?
Yeah, because look at the way Liverpool were the other day, and they haven't.
Do you know what
great
it is? If we would have got that
first
3
4 games.
points against Newcastle, which we deserved, and we got
Mm.
robbed, I'd be like, we're in this, but it's just Tottenham. I reckon we'll get top 4. I reckon we'll definitely get top 4. I wasn't confident on that. I thought we'd maybe get 5th.
Yeah.
But I reckon we'll get top 4, and I'm confident we'll get a trophy.
Left off there. Right, and then Tom, the other thing was, so you after that 1-1 draw to Newcastle, we've seen Spurs a lot of times just almost carry on that form and just not get over it. But then during the week, you beat Chelsea on pens to progress to the next round. You beat someone 7-2 in the Europa League. I think it's
Maccabi Haifa.
Yeah, Haifa, sorry. And then you beat United 6-1 now. I mean, you said you think you could win a trophy. I mean, do you think this is how much of it is down to Mourinho, this mentality shift from that last week to win 3 big games for you guys?
I think it is. I mean, I don't think you can deny it because you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But last year we did, because we had the documentary, and you really saw his mentality. He's basically got the right mentality. If you're not good enough, you're going, or you're not playing. Look at what he done with Ndombele. He criticised him. Maybe you could say because he done it publicly, but I mean, it's literally make or break with him. And look at over the years, he's broken players, but it just shows you if they're good enough to make it big time, because the world class players will always come back. And look at Ndombele now. He's playing 90 minutes. I wouldn't have thought that against Man United. I think he's done it against Chelsea. He's been playing brilliant. And then Dele Alli now, to see if he can kick on, because he's doing the same with him. He's needed to step up his game. He's needed to kick up the arse. But Mourinho don't win trophy. I can't believe a manager, just because of his... To be fair, I think he gets criticised a lot because... Do you know what I think affected his managerial sort of career? It was at Man United, even though he got 3 trophies. I think it was because he just weren't confident in that team, and Man United they weren't backing him. Jack's told me this. I'm not just saying it from my point of view. If people are going to say you're not a Man United fan, I've got close relatives and friends that say all the time, he's not getting back. No manager is. They get back for 1 season and then the next it's just done. It's like they settle for top 4. So I feel like that year felt like a trophy, because that is the best he could get with that team. And I agree. So I feel like the Mourinho haters, I think that sort of came from that season of Man United and maybe the Chelsea one where it got toxic in that last season. But just look at what he's won. I've been saying to you lot for a long time, he's not a negative manager. The only reason why he ended up being negative in the ending of the last season is because he weren't confident in our back line or our midfield. And he's gone out this summer. He's brought in a right back, left back, and a holding midfielder. And now we can attack more freely. And we're getting 6-1s, 7-2s. We're scoring a lot of goals. Paul Merson not long ago said Kane should leave because Mourinho's manager, because he ain't going to score as many goals. Drogba scored loads of goals with him, and then Kane's doing it even more with Mourinho. So it's just stupid. I feel like he gets so much criticism when there's no need,
Yeah, it's probably best that no one listens to Paul Merson, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Then,
mate, Arsenal fans don't even like
To be
him.
fair, that Mourinho
yeah,
thing is a bit of a myth because, like you said, Drogba scored a lot of goals for him. Lukaku in his first season at United, he scored a lot of goals,
Yeah,
and then so did Benzema as well.
yeah,
So, but yeah,
can't be Eto as well. But then,
yeah,
obviously, did talk about the Spurs side of things. We did have to talk about this side. And I feel like for say Jackie's not here because he does have COVID. Just gonna state that
yeah.
in case anyone's wondering.
He is very ill. Trust me.
Yeah, so hopefully gets well soon. But then, so Ty, obviously, Spurs fantastic performance, but then on the other side of things, United lead for a while, but almost instantly they lost it. Maguire and Luke Shaw having a calamity there, taking each other out almost. Then Maguire takes Kane out. Kane plays a really smart, quick free kick, and then after that, just pure capitulation. Pogba was dreadful in my opinion.
Yeah,
Luke Shaw, I mean, I don't know how he didn't get sent off, to be honest.
yeah.
And then Maguire, everyone just seemed off. Like, what do you think went wrong for United on that day?
um, they just don't seem to know what they're doing. Like, Ollie, he's just a PE teacher. He has no tactics. I think they, because most of their goals are literally penalties, and I think they relied too much on guys like Rashford, Pogba, and Bruno, and even Martial. But obviously, Martial got sent off, and they spent £80 million on a fridge. So, like I don't know how Maguire's taken out his own players, especially when he's the captain, and then he's tried to rugby tackle him short to the floor, and then I don't know. I don't even think United are going to get top six at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, that was it was the first goal, wasn't it, when he took out Luke Shaw
Yeah,
or like cracked
Yeah,
him down? Like, that was dreadful. There's like 6 headers between him and Bailly, which were just going
yeah.
nowhere, to be honest, just heading
It
straight up in the
literally were
air.
just going straight up, like it
Yeah,
hit him like right on the top instead of his forehead.
yeah, it wasn't great from them. I mean, after a few technical points are back. Yeah, Tom, you're saying Cavani a bit of panic buy. So, I mean, the Dembele deal fell through. Sancho, I think we know for a while now, wasn't going to happen. So, where do you see this United team finishing?
It's hard to say because that lockdown team's still in my head. That they a lot of signings, Chelsea, so we. But I feel like we've got a lot of signings that are already used to the league. Like Bale, Nosey, and
yeah,
Højbjerg and Doherty, and it's only
that's
Reguilon,
fair.
whereas they've literally bought. I feel like Havertz is one that people are going to be patient. I think Werner, I've always said Werner, I reckon he'll kick on. But Havertz has got one of them. I think it's the fact that he's quite typical Spurs, to be honest. But it's hard to say. I reckon Arsenal are up there in there as well. So it's not helping Man United because I think they've got a hard fixtures coming up next as well.
No, we do as well. We've got like City, I think City, United, Leeds all coming up soon. So
Yeah, United got
won't be easy.
Newcastle, PSG, Chelsea, and you. I think they got Chelsea
Yeah,
coming up.
yeah. That's not easy for them. But then the other huge game of the weekend, Villa versus Liverpool. I mean, after that Spurs game, I don't think anyone expected another high scoring one, but no, definitely no one expected Villa to put 7 past Liverpool. I mean, Ty, where do you start with that game?
So I think they finally got caught out, to be honest. Like, if you look at their opening 4 games, the amount of times they were getting caught out with this high line against Leeds, against, well, Chelsea not so much because we barely attacked them. But
And got a red card,
even,
to be fair.
yeah, exactly. And Arsenal, if Lacazette scored that chance, anything could have happened. So I think they finally got caught out in a big way. Like, and it's not looking great for them at the moment. I think they need to sort out their defensive line, to be honest. But, and they can't use 2 players missing as an excuse.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, don't get me wrong, Adrian was dreadful in that game. Like, made so many mistakes.
Yeah, he's
but
shit.
Even then, 7 goals from a Premier League keeper is unacceptable. But I think it is hard to find the balance between in these like high scoring games. Like, is one team really good, is the other team really bad? But then Villa, I mean, it took a chance to in these games. They did.
Yeah.
Grealish,
Bomber as well.
They had a
I mean,
couple of deflections.
I guess could be happening to Villa as well.
No, I'm sorry, no. But before the season, before they made transfers, I thought Villa are going to go down. They're going to lose Grealish. Keeping Grealish was like a new signing. I'd probably say our best transfer window has probably been Tottenham, Chelsea, but Villa as well. Oh, and Everton, Everton.
That's probably why Grealish signed a new contract, because of all the players they're signing.
Yeah, well, Ollie Watkins, I mean, they took a gamble on him. He's a potential young, and he's championship, and he looks good. But the best signing I think they got was Emi Martinez. That is a brilliant. That is a signing I think Chelsea should have gone for. Chelsea need a keeper. I think he's so good.
Mendy's had a good
and
first
I'm
2
a
games,
Tottenham fan.
personally.
Yeah, but Martinez. Some Arsenal fans were saying, well, a lot were saying actually Leno doesn't deserve it, even though Leno was in good form. But it just shows you how good Martinez is playing. I just think they've just recruited really well. They definitely won't go down, but they won't even get Europa League. But the top half, I reckon they'll get. They will drop.
Definitely.
Whereas Everton might be a different story. They've just got more quality. Like James is world class.
And they've got a world-class manager as well, in my opinion.
Yeah, we're all moving to Everton now. So they won again. Calvert-Lewin scoring again. James doing the job again as well. Seamus Coleman seems to be a new player, like when he broke through a few seasons ago. Like you said, they're a world-class manager, Ancelotti. He knows what he's doing. Merseyside derby is coming up now after the international break. The 2 teams see on completely different form. How do we see it going?
Wait, where is it?
Who is how good is it? I'm not too sure though.
Yeah, I think he is at Everton.
Yeah.
Always been the best derby. There's no there's no doubt about that. Anyone that says Man United, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, whatever it is, it's Arsenal, Tottenham. But this could contend it because it's a big rival, but Everton haven't been good in years. They used to be back in the day, to be fair.
Yeah.
But this is their turning point. This is their the start of a new era, basically.
I think Everton might win.
Yeah, they could win.
Because if Calvert-Lewin obviously James Rodriguez within goal. So
yeah,
it's going to be that one as well.
for that, how is that?
What's wrong with him?
He's out for 4 to 6 weeks. I don't think he'll be back.
No, he won't be back.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure what the injury was, but I remember Klopp saying that I don't think he'll be there. So both dodgy keepers, you never know how it's going to be. Then the other interesting team is West Ham. And Leicester, I guess, both of them. So they played on the weekend. West Ham won 3-0. The game before that, West Ham beat Wolves 4-0, and then Leicester beat City 5-2. So we're expecting a close game. But West Ham, so he ran away with it. Bowen playing well, Antonio scoring again, somehow not big for England. And then the other goal, who was the other one? Oh, Pablo Fornals.
Owen.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think Cresswell
Yeah.
got 2 assists in that game as well. West Ham, since Moyes has been working from home, if you want to call it that, have been a lot better. A lot of teams are not inconsistent. Well, they are inconsistent, but it's like anyone, like Leicester going from being City to 5-2 to losing 3-0 to West Ham. I mean, it's just like the most unpredictable season you guys have seen so far, like after the first 4 games.
Well, it don't surprise me at West Ham because they're better away than they are at home, which I don't understand. I'm pretty sure their record actually is they're better away than at home.
Yeah, I think so.
They've always, especially since that stadium, they've been like that. That team where you just don't know who's going to, because they have good players. To be fair, they typically turn up against us. I don't know whether it's the same with you lot in the London derbies with West Ham,
but
they typically do against us. Yeah, but when it comes to the other teams, they just get found out way too easily. They're a weird team. Leicester are more consistent, but then Brendan Rodgers has typically had it in him for a while that he bottles it or can show inconsistencies. So Leicester are better than West Ham, but I don't know. I think this will be a close season because you can't really tell where anyone's going to go. Even with Liverpool now, I said they'd definitely win it. To be honest, they haven't looked convincing in games at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like apart from maybe 1 or 2 teams like Fulham and West Brom, everyone else has had at least like 1 good game where they've proven some sort of quality and like they can win a few games in a run or bigger games. So that I think all the European spots are up for grabs really. Like there's no one guaranteed at it almost at this point.
Yeah.
And then that's about all the big fixtures this weekend. Then today is deadline day, so the transfers are getting done as we speak. Like I said,
Start the whole transfer bit again. That's when it happened.
all right. So today is deadline day. We've seen a few transfers go through so far. Cavani and Tete is the main ones. Spurs did complete the signing of Vinicius from Benfica a few days ago as well. Loftus-Cheek off to Fulham from Chelsea on loan. Tomorrow's off to West Ham as well. signing from them.
Mm.
Thomas Partey deal has been done today. 4-year down the centimeter, or like signing a few players as well. Got Bruno signed from Marseille.
Yeah.
Douglas Costa's returned as well from Juventus.
They tried signing Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, try to Hudson-Odoi. I mean, what's your take on that? Because for me personally, 70 million is way too much for him.
Yeah.
I think it's mainly because he signed a 5-year contract last summer. But I don't think we should have accepted it, because that means that we would only have 2 wingers. So obviously I don't want to see Werner or Havertz play out wide anymore, because now that Pulisic's fit, hopefully Werner goes through the middle. But obviously it was a good offer, but then I think if Chelsea were going to sell him, it had to be a permanent deal, like straight away, not a loan deal. So that obviously we could use that 70 million to go and bring someone else in. But yeah, I don't think we should have. Well, obviously we haven't, but yeah, obviously I rate Hudson-Odoi highly, so I'm glad that we didn't sell him or anything.
Yeah, I don't think Bayern really needed him, but yeah, I've got Douglas Costa back now, so they've got a bit more depth there if they needed it. Then the only other thing I can think of is Chilwell, Tammy Abraham, and Jadon Sancho have been involved in some sort of partying when they were meant to be following the guidelines of COVID-19. So they all missed
Tammy Abraham's birthday.
Oh, maybe, I'm not sure, but they're going to miss the first international against Wales now. Be interesting. Apparently, Southgate was fuming at them, and rightly so, I guess. But it's going to be interesting to see like, what happens after the whole Foden and Greenwood situation, how it's all dealt with. So, it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
They should really be dropped from the squad if he dropped Foden and Greenwood from the squad. It's only fair, really. Obviously, Tammy and Chilwell play for Chelsea, but obviously you've got to be consistent with it, really.
Yeah, it's true. And yeah, I think it's 3 international games this break as well, so players are really going to be tested fitness side as well. So not great from a club perspective, but I guess that's just the way it is.
Just don't get any bloody injuries.
Yeah, that's surely the only hope. I mean, Reece James just scored up here as well to the senior squad, so that's another risk for Chelsea as well. Yeah, I think.
Well, didn't Sancho pull out of the Dortmund squad because he was ill?
Yeah,
or something.
He didn't.
Yeah.
That is
Sancho being ill, yeah. So I think he missed that. So going to international break now. Hopefully, no accidental injuries. England have 3 games, believe Wales, Iceland, and Belgium, 2 of them in the Nations League. But yeah, believe that is it. Oh, Manchester United agree something. Signed Atalanta winger for 20 million apparently, so that's going to be interesting when he joins in January. But yeah, that is all for this week. We'll be probably do something for the international break, but we have a top 10 wingers video coming out soon as well, so watch out for that. But for now, have a night.
I think it's time to talk. I think it's time we sit down and just say